Hi everyone, it's Wendy Smith again. I'm here today to talk to you about brakes. So the kind of brakes that I'm going to talk to you about are the rotor style. There is a drum style on some vehicles. Most are rotors nowadays. So basically what I'm going to show you is how they work, the parts that often need to be replaced or need to have maintenance done on them, so that you have an idea when you go into a shop and it happens to you. Anyway, so I'm going to show you right now. This is on a Mazda. It's about 12 years old. And the brakes aren't in that great a condition. They're not new. And here we are. Okay, so right there is, this here is the rotor. This here is a caliper. This here is a caliper hold down. So basically what this does is this caliper has pads inside. You can see here, there's one here and one here. And basically they have a metal back and they have like a composite material that basically has high friction. And so what it does is this caliper has a piston in here and it squeezes. When you press your brakes on the pedal, the hydraulic fluid forces the piston out and squeezes it. So then that's how your wheels stop. A lot of people's complaints with brakes is they get a lot of noise or they get a vibration in the pedal or in the seat. Usually if it's in the seat, it's the back brakes that are warped. What that means is that this rotor here has gotten hot, it's thin, or it's just plain old, and it's warped, so it's not straight and true. So when your brakes apply, the rotor is basically wibbly wobbly, and that's pushing your pedal up and down. And that's how that happened. The other complaint is noise. A lot of the times if your car sits at all, or anything, the rotors can get really rusty and they start getting really noisy. These ones are pretty rusty. I know this car kind of sits around a little bit. The other thing is when your pads get really low and they're almost metal on metal, there's this little tin squealer that will touch the rotor and make this god-awful squealing noise when you come to a stop sign. Sometimes that can be like a rock stuck in there, but that usually means that your brakes are pretty close to needing to be replaced. This here is called your flex line. It is basically just a flexible line that has your hydraulic fluid in it. With brakes, they run at such high pressure that you need to have a steel line or like a really heavy duty braided specific for that material. Brake fluid also will eat like a lot of rubber. So like if you were to spill it on the paint in your car, you could literally, it's like a Varsol, it could take the paint off. So yeah, so those are the things. Not a lot of the times can you get newer vehicles. You can get the machine where they basically take and they shave it off, the top layer, and they cut it down, and you can sometimes use your new rotor, but sometimes it's cheaper to actually get a new rotor. The other thing is here that I want to show you. Right here, you can see this where my finger's touching, that is the pad. And there's a little notch right here, and these these tin things here, which are called it slides on. They're supposed to keep things quiet. It doesn't always work. Usually they need like some sort of lube on there, but sometimes they get brake dust in here and then they start binding up and they can wear your pads unevenly or cause all sorts of problems. That could be a maintenance thing that a lot of shops recommend and people aren't sure whether they should do it or not. It's 20 or 30 bucks or even 50 bucks for front and back, and your pads still have at least 50% left on them. I would totally recommend it. You'll definitely get a longer life out of them. You'll have a quieter ride. You won't get any heat buildup because a lot of the time, sometimes if you smell brakes, it's a really funny, distinct smell. It's because your piston's stuck and it won't back off because it's gotten like moisture in the seal. So those are basically the main things that can happen with your brakes. Hopefully you guys find that helpful, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you. Bye.